we have these different average email reply times, the initial reply time and the overall reply time. So the initial reply time is the average time it takes to respond to the first email in a new conversation. So if a customer emails in, starting a new conversation thread, and you take 30 minutes to respond to that first email, that would go in towards this statistic. You reply in 30 minutes, the customer replies back. You reply in an hour, the customer replies back. You reply in another 30 minutes. All of those other reply times and the initial reply time go into what's called your overall reply time. So that's an average of all replies that you take. So you can see that this company takes 2 hours and 30 minutes to respond to the start of a new conversation. And for all replies, they take 2 hours and 16 minutes. Now, what can happen is outliers can kind of skew these averages. So what we've done is we've added more context around these averages by giving you a percentage of emails that have been responded to within certain timeframes. So you can see that even though they take 2 hours and 30 minutes to respond to an initial email, 82% of the time they're responding in under an hour. So this is how our customers are setting goals for themselves. So they would set an initial response time goal, but they would typically also have a response time percentage that they're looking to achieve. So they want to say, okay, we want to respond in, more than 80%, or 80% of the time we want to respond in less than an hour. So if that was the case, this customer would be achieving that goal. Now you can set your own time bands by going up to the reply time goals section on the overview page. And you'll see that these are all the bands that this particular account has set up. If you wanted to add another one, you might think that a 30-minute band is important. You can put your cursor in there and just type in 30, click add. The 30-minute band is now available. We close that window. Okay, and there's the 30-minute band. And they've got 73.32% of the time they're responding in 30 minutes or less. So that's the one way that our clients are using the system to set response time goals. They can create scheduled reports and send the reports to themselves either daily, weekly, or monthly. The other way that they're doing it is using our service level agreement report, which essentially is very similar to the overview reports. However, you can actually set your goals here. So there's the initial response time goal of 2 hours. There's an overall response time goal of 2 hours. And then what we're going to look at here is it also then compares whatever date range you set up top. It compares your performance to the previous date range. You can see in the last, over the period 2 December to 9 December, they had 4,171 conversations, but that was lower than the previous 7-day period. And in terms of their goals, they set a goal of 2 hours. They took 2 hours and 30 minutes. So they're failing their goal, and they've also got slightly slower compared to the previous period. The overall reply time, they're also failing, but they have improved. They used to be at 3 hours and 44 minutes. They're now at 2 hours and 16 minutes. So that is how customers are using our system to set email response time goals to improve their response time to customers. Sales teams are typically interested in really trying to crack down on their initial reply time. So we've seen goals of as little as 10 to 15 minutes trying to get back to new sales inquiries very quickly. In support environments, they're more interested in the overall reply time, and the same is true for key account management teams. Thank you for your time.